$50 million. Like, I don't know. It's one of my who knows? Who gives a shit? Where did most of the money go? Houses or
planes? It's stupid shit. It was fun.
Because of the of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months.
Joe Rogan alongside Mike Tyson have openly raised doubts about Floyd Mayweather's money security, citing his constant exhibition bouts and extravagant lifestyle choices. Even after a $42 million venture, claims of fraud issues and financial strain continue. Their statements imply his fortune could be less solid, sparking rumors he is broke.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about
awesome
Floyd?
Fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter, and the persona and the lifestyle was like growing up in the hood. We looked at it like that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
I didn't see that.
Tell me, so like, what's the difference now from like your era to today?
No one was afraid of anyone. Everyone really believed they can beat him.
But it's a business, more business, it's more money than everybody.
Floyd Mayweather changed the game up and when he turned into the pretty boy.
Yeah, that was cool too. But he had to get in that ring and fight too. He had to fight the best competitor. He wiped everybody out. And that's why he's who he is. He beat everybody. He beat everybody I thought would give him a chance. He's wiped everybody out. Nobody can even match him. The best. He didn't pick guys. He took the best. Even the guys I picked against him, he beat everybody, made everybody wrong.
Right.
And that's why he's who he is.
Mike Tyson voiced worry about Floyd Mayweather's behavior after leaving professional boxing. Even in retirement, Mayweather kept up intense workouts and stepped back into the ring for exhibition matches. Tyson pushed back on that decision, suggesting the motivation wasn't love for boxing but financial need, arguing that such choices weaken the image of a champion who already retired.
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big contract for him?
Mayweather drew major attention after purchasing 6 commercial properties for a combined $42 million. The deal looks like a calculated step toward building lasting wealth, but some view it as a response to backlash over his high-spending lifestyle. The large-scale investment points to a possible pivot away from showy purchases and towards strengthening his financial holdings.
We got two more deals I want to get into. Floyd Mayweather just did a big deal. It's a short one, so let's get into that. Floyd Mayweather Jr. just bought $402 million in a real estate portfolio. That's dope. That's super dope. It says the retired boxer has gone into contract to pay $402 million for a 1,000 unit affordable housing portfolio of more than 60 buildings. $402 million, Floyd got 60 buildings. The multifamily deal for properties concentrated in Upper Manhattan will be one of the city's biggest this year. A slice of the portfolio closed Wednesday. The remainder is expected to close in the fourth quarter or early 2025. That's dope. Floyd just spent $400 million and got 1,000 units and 60 buildings.
Joe Rogan also shared his view on Mayweather's latest exhibition appearances, suggesting they could be motivated less by passion for the sport and more by the need to support a costly way of living. His remarks point to the idea that these fights may be tied to financial pressure instead of competitive drive or personal goals in boxing.
Exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing. Just
Also
like the
money.
Just like the, but I don't even think he don't need any
He
money.
spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting. Floyd still trains when even when he doesn't have a.
Rogan further noted that Mayweather's highly promoted matchup with Conor McGregor was primarily a strategic business play. After first stepping away from the sport, Floyd came back specifically for that blockbuster event and walked away with roughly a $100 million purse. Even though the reward was enormous, many observers viewed the decision as profit-driven rather than competition-focused.
Okay, so your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's one thing.
Okay, what was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. No. Sneak deserve, that's that shit I
Mayweather has built a reputation for openly celebrating his success, regularly placing himself alongside the sport's legends and highlighting his record. High self-belief is common at the top level, but his style of promotion is often viewed by critics as overconfident, which can distance portions of the fan base and draw repeated pushback from commentators and media voices.
Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
Snoop Dogg, who has experience across entertainment and athletics, explained the difference between having a lot of money and building lasting wealth. He suggested that while Mayweather has earned huge sums, he may not show the long-range approach associated with true financial security. According to Snoop's perspective, Floyd's priorities appear centered more on visible success than long-term stability.
Where did you get that business sense? Because you surpassed everybody in boxing and sports and everything in general. I'm watching you as like, you bigger than the NFL franchise.
You know, every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children.
It's a bloodline thing.
Yes, it's about wealth. You know, I'm no longer rich, I'm wealthy.
Mayweather frequently measures himself against past boxing icons, a tactic that strengthens his personal brand but also attracts heavy criticism. Confidence is vital for fighters, yet his continued lack of modesty after retirement has caused some supporters to grow frustrated instead of impressed. Floyd has also acknowledged that his business strategy revolves around bold, high-risk investments. He says he targets opportunities most people don't fully grasp, aiming for rapid financial growth. Critics interpret this aggressive approach as careless and a sign that he doesn't follow conventional money management principles.
Experiences. And with me being able to make a lot of money, I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing.
On social platforms, Mayweather regularly posts images of large cash stacks and account balances to represent his success. Some followers see this openness as impressive, while others interpret it as over-the-top and driven by insecurity. These public money displays generate attention, but they also invite questions and closer examination of how secure his finances really are.
Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. Have girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Mayweather decided to operate without a manager, choosing to negotiate and manage his agreements on his own. That approach gave him total authority over his business moves, but it also increased his exposure to risk. Although he earned huge sums this way, lacking experienced supervision made him more open to fraudulent schemes and weak investment choices that proper advisory support might have prevented.
The thing with Floyd, he's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to as well? If he didn't have to cut a
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him, and but he does, everything goes through him, everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training-wise, the man's a genius, and it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like the top boys. I just thought, don't worry, because I love a row, I love the fighting. Let's just turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, but after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, got Sting coming at my ass.
I spoke on stage with Floyd Mayweather. We really resonated, and I gave him a hard time because we were in Miami, and I go, dude, I don't watch boxing. That's not my thing. And we chit-chatted about that, and we just spoke about wealth, and we went through the thing. When he stopped boxing, he put so much capital into real estate. He's like, Andy, why didn't anybody tell me this years ago? Because he goes, I'm paying so much in taxes. I don't like the government being my partner. He took all of his money into real estate. And he's like, Andy, I've never had to work so little for so much. He made $100 million in one night. And the government took half that. Now I make a lot of money, and I never get out of bed.
Joe Rogan pointed out that Mayweather's frequent displays of luxury could indicate a bigger underlying problem. Amid speculation about money difficulties, his flashy posts may appear less like pride and more like a cover for uncertainty. The same image that once boosted his fame now feeds a perception of financial fragility.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still everybody up.
He does.
He's the only guy. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking. You know, he kept his.
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas. He'd be partying. It looked like he's partying. He's drinking water, and then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. And the dude was always training, never got out of shape.
Dude, the jog home in jeans isn't the torture. The torture is sitting around a bunch of drunk people drinking water in a club. I jog home all night.
Rogan observed that Floyd's intense ambition stems largely from his early life, especially the guidance of his father and uncle. This competitive spirit propelled his achievements in boxing, but it also seems to shape his approach to money, treating the building of his fortune as if it were yet another title to conquer.
Just look at boxing in terms of like how often you get hit versus how often you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being super, like they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking shit. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time and the boxing skill.